Imagine you're in a hospital, recovering from an illness. You're laying in your bed like usual, but then the sound hits you. You hear the screams of men and women. You could have sworn you hear a baby crying as well. The worst part is, it's getting closer. This is the Growling Man. Last time, I went over a video made by the analog horror creator Bonesworth and hoped that he'd make a series about it. This time, I'm going to be talking about his Growling Man series, which already has 3 videos. Here's the first one. On the 9th of July in November 2006, a brutal massacre took place at the OHAC hospital in Oregon. The attack began at 11:23 p.m. and lasted till 11:51. Only 28 minutes. However, 83 people in total were killed. The victims were of all ages, the oldest being 87, and the youngest having been born only a few hours previous. The victims were all savagely dismembered, to the point of unrecognition. Many of their parts have never been found. It is assumed that they were eaten. What you are about to see is a video taken off the phone of one of the victims. Viewer discretion is advised.
What the fuck?
The rest of the video has been cut, as it is too graphic to show. Little is known about the entity that appears in the video, but it has been dubbed the Growling Man. The Growling Man is determined to be the killer. However, its motives and whereabouts remain unknown. This is the first case of the Growling Man. However, it is speculated to be connected to killings as far back as the 80s, but this cannot be confirmed as of right now. In this video, we get to see a clear picture of the Growling Man. It is bug-like, having 6 appendages and a pale face. However, we don't get a clear view on its lower half, so it's a mystery on how it moves. Could it be bipedal? Or maybe it has multiple insect legs that it uses to scurry around. On the topic of movement, this entity has immense speed, being able to kill and eat 83 people in the span of 28 minutes. The Growling Man also does not care who its victims are. It is willing to eat the old and the young alike. A chilling implication of this video is that this entity may be intelligent. Why choose to attack a hospital in particular? Does it know that the people there are already sick and cannot put up a fight? Another detail near the end of the video states that the attacks are theorized to have been going on since the 80s. If that is true, then it could mean that this creature is around 26 years old in this video. Assuming based on its appearance that this is an insect, that is a really long time to be active. Insects rarely live that long. The only ones that come close to living 26 years are ant queens and cicadas. However, the difference is that they spend most of their time living a sedentary life, while the Growling Man actively hunts its prey. This points to the Growling Man having a long lifespan, but an alternative idea is that the Growling Man is an undocumented species of bug. There may be more than one Growling Man running around eating people. If that's the case, then God save humanity. In the next video, we will see the aftermath of this incident and the response it received. The second video is short and not very informative. It only says that someone is trying to get rid of all information regarding the Growling Man. Whether this is the government or some sort of SCP foundation remains unknown. It also mentions 2 more Growling Man incidents that will be released in the 3rd episode, which I will be playing now. Neither of the videos have a date or much info at all, but apparently both victims were suicidal. Here's the first video. Viewer discretion is advised. I know we barely see it, but it's still proof. I'm not sure how it got behind him so fast. I'm assuming that's behind him, and so quietly, as well as how it got inside the house that quick. Here's the next video. Again, there's very little information given for these videos, but they are proof nonetheless. The second thing I wanted to bring up was something I noticed when I tried to revisit one of the links I used to cover the 2006 massacre. The website has been changed. It now covers the 2006 OHAC shooting, which never happened. They're using it as a way to cover up the events of the Growling Man massacre, despite all the holes in the story. The victims and their story shouldn't be covered up. The fact that this is so blatant and poorly done is extremely alarming. Hopefully, I'll be able to find more evidence soon, preferably with more weight to it. This found footage shows a civilian getting attacked in his own home by the Growling Man. For a short second, we see the creature, but it is different from the one in the first video. This one has a white body instead of a black one, which makes you wonder, is this the same Growling Man as the one from the first video? Certain bugs like cockroaches turn white after molting. Their newly formed shell is soft and colorless. They then have to wait for it to gradually darken over time. Just keep in mind, some roaches can fly. The next video is very similar to the first. The Growling Man watches the victim for a while before charging in for the kill. We still have no idea how it moves though, despite the lower half being fully visible. It has this bell-shaped bottom that just stays in place when it moves. All in all, it has been an interesting experience dissecting the nature of this entity. I can only hope that Bonesworth doesn't abandon this concept and makes more videos on this topic. Thank you for watching till the end. If you liked this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm aiming for 1,000 subs, so it would be nice if you can help me reach my goal. Have a good night.